Do you have that dream car that you've been thinking about since you were 12? Or those wild travel plans to see Australia and tour Europe and see the Himalayas? Do you have that dream career that you need to go to college for and thus you need a lot of money? Today I'm going to go all Dave Ramsey on you and talk about finances. And I'm going to share with you 4 tips from my
vast knowledge and experience of
19 years.
No, I'm just kidding. These are just 4 tips that I find helpful to think about as a teenager. The first tip is to consider your current cash flow. What do you have? How much are you making? What do you have saved up? And do you have enough to spend? If you want to, these here, pretend these are money units. If you want to spend 7 of these money units, then you're going to have 7 money units in order to spend that. It's a very basic concept, but you'd be surprised at how many of us forget this at times. They think about, okay, there's that car, there's that house, there's that vacation or whatever that I want to go on, and I'm gonna be making this much this summer, so I'll spend it right now. No, just if you want to stay financially healthy for the rest of your life, or at least for a while, just only spend what you have. Is cash flow. Only spend what you've got. Is economy. Politicians should figure this out. You can only spend what you have. It's very basic concept of finances, but we sometimes forget it. So if you want to spend $7, then you're gonna have $7. The second tip is to consider your future. So what do you hope to do? Do you hope to go to college, to buy a car, to have a family? Do you want to travel sometime? What dreams do you have? You have to think about, not only do I currently have the money to spend on this thing, but in light of my future dreams, is it wise to spend money on this thing? So let's say your dream, use blue. Let's say your dream is to go to, is to do B. Let's say your dream, let's make that A. I've always wanted, with a whiteboard, use capital letters for all of my writing. I feel so important right now, you have no idea. So let's say your future dream is A. So it's travel, or you're gonna have a family, or you're gonna go to college, or car, or all of those things. But then prospect B shows up, and this is a timeline. Pretend this is a timeline. You're gonna have to consider, okay, right now B is really tempting. It's to go to the zoo for the 5th time this year, or buy a video game that I really don't need. I have plenty of video games, or to go out to eat even, or to buy a soft drink instead of just getting water. That is B. Anything that is not a part of your future hopes and dreams that you could do without right now. So A is your real dream, and B is your momentary desire within this span before you get to A. Consider what A's you want before you spend on B, and be hard on yourself, because it's going to be easy to be like, well, I'll make up money next summer, I'll have a really good job, I'm going to be making this much, but if you really don't need it, you might as well save the money for the future. A soft drink at McDonald's, or a $13 meal instead of a $9 meal, or maybe it's going out to eat, period. You could just stay home and make yourself some eggs or something. Doesn't that sound lovely? If you don't need B, then skip it. Unless you're building relationships, unless it's part of getting to dream A. Maybe your dream isn't to go to college, but maybe your dream is to be an astronaut. Well, then you're gonna have to go to college. And so, if B is college and you need all the money that you can get, then spend on B so that you can get to A. So anyways, that's that. And then the third tip is to be creative, and I went all creative and made it blue instead of black. See, I'm all creative like that. Be creative with saving money and making money. Maybe you can do like some friends and I did earlier in February when we went up the PCH Highway 1. We made a practice. We didn't follow through on this perfectly, but we tried to think, you know, if we bought a $3.95 coffee, then we put $3.95 in the trip jar so that we can buy a car and pay for the campgrounds and all the equipment and whatnot. Or you could do like me and my brothers learned from our uncle and keep a honeymoon jar, which is basically you just throw all your extra change into that jar. Doesn't have to be for your honeymoon, but that's what we call it. This here is my honeymoon jar. Now I'm gonna blush. I'm not sure if I actually wanted to show you guys that. And the fourth simple, obvious tip that I have for you guys is to work hard. If you want to have money, you're going to have to work hard. Life isn't dished out to you. What more do you say? Sometimes we are put in a difficult place. I did growing up in LA. It's difficult for a young person to get a job. There again, you have to be creative. Use eBay, Craigslist safely. There's many ways that you can make money. Garage sale, start a YouTube channel, get people to sponsor you. It's not what I'm doing. Maybe I should consider that. Anyways, so those are my financial tips for whatever they're worth. Maybe they'll help you. Mostly I just wanted to use a whiteboard and sound like Dave Ramsey. Have a good one. Have a good one. Have a good one. Have a good one. Have a good one and stay wild.